Hey guys, we're back. We wanted to share a little bit of information with you guys about bio-stimulants that we're putting down on the lawn. You know, what their benefits are, what they do, what they don't do, how much, how you mix it, how you get it down, all of those details. So look for that here in a minute. So guys, the first one that we have is Humic 12. This is a humic acid from Greene County Fertilizer. Stuff works great. What the idea behind humic is that it really, I like to say that it opens up the pores of your soil. Again, all the things that we're going to be talking about today are products that are going to feed your soil, not necessarily feed your grass directly. So they aren't like a liquid fertilizer. What they are going to do is really just enhance the ground, your root system, everything below the ground. So yeah, you're going to see benefits above ground, but it's really working on below the ground. So Humic 12, it's a humate, like I said, opens up the pores of the ground so that, you know, your NPK, your normal fertilizer items that you put down, what this would do is allow you to open up the ground to be able to soak in all of those micronutrients that we're actually going to be putting down in this treatment too. So Humic 12, Greene County Fertilizer. I'm going to link these guys below. This isn't a sponsored post or anything like that, but fantastic product, and you know, I stand behind it, so I want to share it with you guys. So I like to spoon feed my lawn. You know, put down product a little bit more often at a lower rate. The minimum rate on this is 3 ounces per 1,000 square foot. So we'll get into mixing all of this up here in a bit, but just wanted to share the first product with you. Next up is RGS. Simply that, it's Root Growth Stimulator, again from Greene County. This goes down 3 ounces per 1,000 square foot. The main ingredient on this guy is humic acid and the humic expanded treatment from the Humic 12 that we put down. It has fulvic acid and sea kelp extract. So all of that is just going to push growth down deep for your root system and your lawn. You know, this is going to really help, you know, as I preach about watering deep, watering infrequently, watering for a long period of time, so you really soak the ground and not just, you know, get that first inch, you know, wet. We want to water real deep, and this is really going to help to get our root system down deep in the lawn, so that when, you know, we get into the hot summers like we've had this year, your plant isn't going to get stressed out, your lawn isn't going to get stressed out, and it's going to stay nice and green and hold up well. So humic acid, fulvic acid, sea kelp extract is the main ingredients in this stuff. We put down 3 ounces per 1,000 square foot. Works fantastic. You know, can't say you know, anything bad about this stuff. This is all fantastic. All organic too. So if you get a little heavy-handed, you don't put enough down, you know, you're not gonna destroy your lawn. So real safe stuff. Next up, again from the next Greene County fertilizer system, is Aerate. So the awesome thing about this is so as you know, that we're of Milorganite. Milorganite has, you know, our nitrogen source in it. This is going to help us out with the potash, potash. How do you guys say it? Comment below. Potash, potash. I say potash. But this is the potash. What this is going to do is just as it says, aerate. So this is liquid aeration. You know, some people don't believe in this stuff. I do. You get a nice green pop I found from this, but it also really helps you out with your soil being loosened up. Here in our area in southern Illinois, we have lots of clay soil, compacts. There's a few spots in my yard that you'll see, you know, sometime when we do a tour, that you can just tell that the ground is really hard there. I don't only put this on those spots, but I put it everywhere in our yard. This one goes a little bit heavier in that the dosage is 6 ounces per 1,000 square foot. I have an 8,500 square foot yard. But so the nice thing about all these products is you can mix some of them together. For the treatments, the two Humic products that we talked about before, you can mix those together in your tank and spray them out. This one and the next product you can mix together. Don't want to mix the next product that we're going to be talking about with the Humic products, just because the pHs are two different levels, and you get this nice clumpy, muddy looking product out of it. It just doesn't mix well together. So what I like to do is mix the Humics together, spray those out, mix the Aerate and the next product that we're going to go over together, and then spray that out. But Aerate's the product. Liquid potash, liquid aeration, works fantastic. You get a green pop out of it, and it loosens up your soil. Next up, we got Microgreen from Greene County. Fantastic stuff. Works really great. Again, it's going to give you that potash. That's the 2 and the 002. But not only that, it's going to give you all of those micro nutrients that you don't get in your typical synthetic fertilizers like Scott's and all of the big box store fertilizers. So your NPK is the big ones that you get from your big box store, or even from the Lorganite. But this is going to give you all of the micronutrients. It's going to have your potash in it, magnesium, sulfur, copper, iron. It's going to have manganese, zinc. So all of these micronutrients that are just fantastic for your grass and for your soil, for your plants, to pick those up, and it's just going to do great things for you. Now that's where the humates, I talked about those a little bit before. It opens up the pores of the soil, and it allows for all of these micronutrients to get pulled up and drawn up into the plant and really take effect. Otherwise, they kind of get locked up into your soil, and the plant really can't take it up unless those pores essentially are opened up. So that's kind of the idea behind it. And again, like I said, we're treating the soil here. So again, fantastic stuff. This goes down at a rate of 3 ounces per 1,000 square foot. I like to spoon feed my lawn, put small doses more frequently. This one here, the Microgreen, is what we can mix up with the Aerate and spray these out together. They mix well together. You don't get any of that clumpy mixture because of the pHs conflicting with each other. So it works fantastic. So now we know a little bit about the biostimulants that we're going to be putting down today. Why don't we go ahead and start mixing some of this stuff up. Guys, one thing that works really well when planning out your application is to really understand the size of your yard. Like I said, my yard is 8,500 square foot. What I did was just went out to Google Maps and made a snapshot of my yard from above, and then used a website. The name escapes me right now, but I'll link it below, where you can calculate the square footage of your yard. And so, as you see, what I've done is just to really mark that up and slice and dice it up into sections that I can get to relatively round numbers, 1,000, 2,000, 500, those kinds of things that I can easily split things up. But it just makes things so much easier when you go to granular down or mixing up a liquid fertilizer or anything like that. It works fantastic. Alright guys, so we're back again. One thing about all these products is you want to give them a real good shake. When you go to work with them, you want to give them a real good shake. There's lots of sediment in these. Thick. Some of them are a little thicker than others. So you want to give them a real good shake before you start using them. So like I said, for this one, we're going to mix together the RGS and the Humic 12 together in 1 amp, and then we're going to go over to the Microgreen and the Aerate and mix those up. So I got myself a little mixing cup, real easy to use. It's marked all along the side as far as the ounces. These two products that we're putting together here are 3 ounces per 1,000. The Microgreen is 3 ounces per 1,000, and the The Aerate is 6 ounces per 1,000. That's the minimum rate for all of those. You can go up from there. I think all of them go up to like 9 ounces. But I like to stay low and feed maybe a little bit more often, just to be safe, and so that I can keep an eye on my lawn a little bit closer. So let's mix these up, and we'll pour them into the tank. The tank that I'm using today is a 2-gallon tank. It is battery powered, so there's no need to pump it. I like the battery powered tanks, and I'll link these below. Follow County talking to them. I'll link all of these below so you guys can check them out. But the battery powered sprayer is far better than your hand pump. It's going to give you a consistent spray. You're not going to have to stop every 2 minutes and pump it up and spray again, so you're going to get nice even coverage, which you really want with this product. So why don't we mix this up a bit. I'm going to put a little bit of water in the tank. Maybe about 1/4 of the way full. And then we'll put our product inside of our mixing cup. Again, we're going to mix these together. RGS and Humic 12 together, and then the micrograin and the Aerate together. Then we just pour it in the tank. As you can see, it's real dark liquid. I like to spray the hose in there a little bit, just to clean it out. And we'll just spray some more water in here. I'll go ahead and fill it up to the 2-gallon mark. Since we're mixing these two products together, you don't have to. You could stick to these. You know, the rule of 1,000 square foot using a gallon of water. I'll go ahead and put two gallons in here with both of our application rates that we're using. Sprays out a little more, but it's the same amount of product. It's just that you're diluting it a little bit more. One thing to note is that this stuff isn't supposed to stain concrete. I like to work with it on the grass or in the mulch or something like that, just so that I don't have to worry about cleaning it up later. I feel better about that. But again, it's not supposed to stain the concrete, so you should be okay there. So we'll put the top on this guy, we'll give it a good shake, and then we'll get to spraying. So guys, that's really all there is to it. It's a pretty simple process. You're going to spray this along your yard. Like I said, I like to split my yard up into 1,000, 2,000 square foot increments, but it works well for me. You can do what works best for you. But you know, the key is getting consistent coverage on the lawn. Some things to think about when spraying is you're going to want to have a consistent pace, kind of a brisk walk is what I try to do. Some other things that you may want to think about is I try to keep the tip of the sprayer maybe a little bit underneath of knee level. Seems to work well for how I have my sprayer calibrated. But other than that, it's pretty simple. You know, naturally you're going to have to refill your tank several times to get your yard done. For mine, I kind of have mine split up into 6 different sections, but it works well for me. So guys, I've got links below for the battery powered sprayer that we use. Also a link below to Green County Fertilizer, where you can see, you know, about their products, how they work, how they use them, tips and tricks. They have some interesting recipes that you can mix different things together to do different stuff in your yard if you got different issues going on. You can also get links to order the product from Green County on there. Again, not a sponsored post or anything like that. I just really enjoy their products. I think they work well in our area, in our yard. If you guys would, please be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. Also look below for links to our Facebook page and to our Instagram, where I like to share different things that are going on in the yard, whether it be lawn related or some of our gardens that we have going on, or just things, you know, that are going on in life in general. So again, appreciate all you guys' support. This is all new to us, but I enjoy sharing stuff out here for you guys, and hope that you're enjoying it too. Till next time, thanks a lot.